and welcome back to Fractures of Reality. Now, there's quite a bit to go over this time, as well, I kind of got sick with the flu last week, so we didn't have a game then, and I'm sure everyone's a bit confused as to where we are because it's been a little bit longer than usual, and all of that. So, to start things off, the party most recently completed their quest to get the illusion. No, no. And they managed to get one of the orbs, the magic orbs. Yeah, the magic stones. Yeah, here we go. One of these from an evil scientist named the Mad Hopper, who is currently now living in Neku's basement.
Without anyone else informing us.
Yep, none of the others are aware that he's there, but with that said, the party then went to Landruck, where a certain Jezebel decided to go and check on her good friend. And one goose encounter later, the Phoenix is now awake, and the dormant volcano is not so dormant anymore. And Jezebel has decided to go and scale the mountain to see if her friend survived being carried away by the phoenix that cooked the goose.
Hey, it was a good reason why I wasn't here last week, so there we go.
I'm positive that another character is already on their way.
So while that was happening, everyone else got through and did things they had to do, rebuild things, bothered Cricket, and with that, let's move to Jezebel.
Oh boy.
Now, I vaguely recall someone said they were going after Ninja, right?
They did?
Last session?
I don't think so. I know.
No, you weren't here. You weren't here for it, Ninja.
Oh, sorry.
Was it Cicada?
It was another character of mine, but not specifically Cicada.
Okay.
Right, some god was displeased that someone ruffled their phoenix.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
I see. Right, so Sylvester is going to check what's going on down there. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Alright, I think we're all caught up on that now, so let us begin. Now, I will move you guys to the Landruck map because I was lazy and didn't make a map for the volcano just yet. I have some maps I could use, but no, yeah. Theater of the Mind is what you're getting this week, and you're gonna love it. You better damn love it.
Imagination.
I can work with this.
Anyway, so Jezebel, Ninja.
Oh boy.
You're scaling Mount Vython. It's very hot.
Yeah, sigh that she already has taken off her cloak and is lightly fanning herself. She goes, "Oh dear, maybe this might not have been the best idea, but I hope he's alive." She kind of just mumbles to herself, still wondering whether she should turn back already or not.
You finally make it to the mouth of the volcano. And you look down and you see that there is a path, a sort of rickety stairway that goes deeper down into it. But as you're about to bring all your strength to bear and brave the volcano, You see a dragon blocking your path.
Hey, Jezebel.
Jezebel kind of blinks for a second, kind of like literally awestruck, as she just looks up and down quietly. She goes, her mouth is like open and she doesn't know what to say. She goes, "Are you who I think you are?"
Yes, it is I, Sylvester, mother of art and creation, god of crafts, and all that stuff. I'm here on personal business, in case you're wondering.
I was indeed. Jezebel again looks at her up and down and just like she slowly just gives a smile and she goes, "You are lovely.
Aw, thanks.
Very lovely. Goodness. Okay. Whew." She kind of
Same,
just look
same
kind of
to
like that.
you. Alex has been talking a lot about you, just so you know.
She now grimaces and she goes, "Okay. Glad to know you know my father at least." She looks awkward, kind of rubbing her neck. She goes, "How has he been?
I'm
If
doing
you
pretty
have,
well, worrying about you constantly, as he does.
that's usually what he, okay." She again looks kind of awkward with a light blush, and then she shakes her. She goes, "May I ask, why are you here, madam?"
You can just call me Sylvester, no need for formalities.
Um, as you wish. You wouldn't by chance have seen maybe like, I don't know, a slightly short fellow with like a hood likely over their head with a stone symbol, and she turns around to show off the symbol that looks like this somewhere on said cloak. Maybe just like gallivanting around here.
He inhales and says, as a matter of fact, I have. And he is who I am searching for at this very moment.
Oh,
He
what a
has something of
coincidence!
mine that he really shouldn't have, and I need to talk to him about it.
Ah, she looks a little nervous. She goes, what did by chance have to do because of a giant goose? Would it?
Something like that.
She just gives a she just puts her hands on her head. She goes, "All this just because I refuse to let him write my memory. Good grief."
Sometimes you mortals confuse me.
Um, I do want to perhaps apologize because it could have maybe slightly been my fault. It was more just, a little joke between friends, but it may have gone a little too far, and for that I also apologize.
Oh, there's no need to apologize on your friend's behalf. Still, we
To be
should
fair,
probably get inside and take a look at the damage.
right. Well, to be fair, he doesn't quite consider us friends, but he is a good contact of mine from the Thieves Guild, and I would like to think that we are, but yeah. Uh, if you don't mind, I would be glad to accompany you. I just mostly came here because I did have promised him something, and I want to make sure he's all right, at least. Um, yeah. So if you don't
Oh,
mind if I tag along,
I won't mind at all. You're okay with heat, right? You're a tiefling.
of course. I mean, it is quite warm here, to be honest, but I'm not all that bothered by it.
Alright. And you see here that her scale color starts to glow a bit red as she enters the volcano.
Just like gives a little, and she just watches Sylvester with interest, and then just it with a little bit of like a skip and a step follows Sylvester.
So, as you begin to walk down into the crater, you begin to hear the sounds of someone calling out. Jezebel! Jezebel!
Is what kind of jolts for a second. Is it who I think it is?
Yes, it's Burton.
Ah, she just kind of just gives a weary smile. She goes, "There he is."
All right, that makes things a lot easier.
And he knew I would come. Of course he would.
Hmm. She continues forward towards the voice.
Isabel kind of like pauses for a second because now that she hears him and he and in a way that's her signal to know he's okay. She's kind of debating just backtracking and walking away now.
So, do you answer Burton? Like, do you call back out to him?
No.
Alright, well, he continues to call out then.
Sylvester closes in on his location.
So, you guys continue to descend the stairs, only to find that, yeah, there's a wall of fire blocking the way.
I got this. She has investiture of flame on, so she is immune to fire.
So you go through. You just walk through without. So you don't think. So you don't make a way for Ninja to get through. Is what you're saying.
I realize that that could be a problem, considering she is only resistant to fire, and not immune to it.
So yeah, for a second, I just was like, "Oh, it seems like I can't go through. Maybe I should just head back." And she just kind of slowly turns around.
Hold on, I said I got this. And she kind of just pats down some of the fire to create a path.
Alright. You pat down the fire and, it easily parts, and now Jezebel has no convenient excuse to get away. Yay.
Inside her head, she's like, "Damn it!" But she just continues to smile. She goes, "Oh, thank you, Miss Sylvester. How kind!" And she just starts to slowly follow again.
You come across. Sorry.
I get the feeling that you do not want to meet this person.
I want to make sure they're okay. Plus, there's a part of me that kind of just wants to continue to like mess with them a little bit. And she just kind of sighs. She goes, "But a promise is a promise, even if I don't want to forget." And she just gives a bit. She gets a little huff and then continues forward.
As she shrugs and continues forward.
So, you come to an area of the mountain where it starts to get more cave-like, and you pass by a few more of those flame barriers before you finally come to an area that how to put this? Alright, Wedward, what was the name of the map that you imported for me? I forgot to pull it out because I had the flu, so
I get you.
like there's Lundrock Safety Sanctum.
I'm DMing it to you so that's from my end.
Thank you. It's just there's literally about 100 maps that have been archived. There it
I get
is.
that.
Okay. Bam. Give me just a second. And I will... Just need to... where is it? I'll just throw Cicada here for now, and...
Yeah.
Behold, everyone, unused assets from Flames of the Divine.
Oh
Oh.
man.
Give me a second. No one else can see it just yet.
I can see it. Oh wait, oh I've got. Oh wait, hold up, because I've still got control over Jezebel's token.
Wow.
Like I said, give me a moment. I'll fix that right now. Okay.
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
Now, I'm just using Cicada's token just to represent Sylvester for now. And
That's fine. Could be starting somewhere over to the south.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, here we are.
Alright. Now that that's set up, let me just quickly grab one last thing. And again, I'm sorry for the delay. I'm using my sick card here, so
That's fine.
I'm using my sick card, so this makes it fine. This makes it all fine. Completely fine here. Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Also, just so you guys know, I did do this map.
Yep.
Cool.
You drew this?
A long time ago.
Yep. I commissioned it from her, and then Flames ended before we could go here.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Alright, now there's just one last person I need to put on this map.
I'm just glad it got used.
Eh. I mean, I always try to recycle assets. If I don't end up using it, Burton's icon is very much a recycled asset.
Oh yeah.
And look how much mileage I got out of him.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm just finding Burton's asset, but for now, you guys can start role playing while I get that up.
Yeah. We entered this giant marble cavern lit up by lava. And Sylvester goes, "Welcome to my forge that I have never used for a long time."
Ooh. Isabel looks around a little bit in awe. It is quite large.
Well, thank you. I know it's quite large. I need a lot of space. This is where I used to make all sorts of magical items and weapons, but I haven't used it in a very long time. So it's kind of been in disuse for a while.
Ah, I see. Well, at least that gives me some hope that Dear Bertrand is not hopefully stuck in a lava pit somewhere.
Yeah.
You can still hear him. You can still hear him calling out, by the way. Jezebel. Jezebel.
Jezebel just sighs. She goes, just get this over with, and then starts to tread forward.
Yeah.
You make your way forward, And as you round one of the stalagmites, you say, Burton, being sat on by a giant phoenix.
Uh,
Jezebel just snickers and she quickly covers her mouth, just seeing and taking in this visage. And she goes, I think your phoenix likes him.
a little too much for my liking.
Jezebel, there you are! And I see you brought a literal god with you. That's great. That's great. That's just what that's really great for you and everything. And I just want to mention that this was all her fault. Okay, as long as we've got that clear.
I don't care whose fault it is. That's my phoenix.
Oh, and you're welcome to take it back.
Oh
To
my
be
god.
fair, Jezebel, as a counter argument, she holds up a finger. I did not call the phoenix. He did. He's the one that
I
escalated
know.
this.
I know. So, Sylvester is going to use her powers to basically shrink down the phoenix.
Alright. Phoenix shrinks down, and now there's a bird sitting on Burton's head.
And she takes the phoenix by the neck like a chicken.
The phoenix
And
squawks,
she's gonna teleport it inside of a vault.
and the phoenix is gone.
Oh.
I need to go check on the vault doors.
Jezebel kind of watches in awe as she basically just, the god just grabbed a giant, once giant phoenix and disciplined it like some kind of pet. And she just like, I'm never going to forget this. This is awesome.
Okay, you. Burton, was it?
No, my name is Sam. Sam Wise Gamgee.
Jezebel gives Bertrand a deadpan look.
I may be the god of crafts, but I'm not oblivious. You have something of mine that was supposed to be locked away for a very good reason.
Oh, of course, here you go. And he hands you the wooden, amazingly, like the wooden flute is still intact, as if like it's not even affected by the heat. And he just lightly tosses it to you because he's not getting any closer to you.
Grabs it. Thank you. How did you even get this anyway?
Well, look at the time. I think it's time I get going. See you.
I really need to work on my security measures.
Perhaps a tad. She just watches him run with a bit of an amused grin on her face. I guess even Bertrand could get caught sometimes.
I had alarms set up and everything. How did this even get into his hands without me knowing?
Well,
That's the
Bertrand
question
is
I
always.
want to ask him.
Well, you're more than welcome to go get him.
Um,
I'll deal with him later. I have a phoenix to lock up again.
Oh, very well then. By the way, I must say that that phoenix was quite lovely. First time I've seen one. I've heard stories.
Stories do little justice to how vicious and highly destructive it is.
And yeah, you treated it like a pet, milady. It was actually very impressive.
Eh, I wouldn't call it a pet. Anyways, I have some security measures to upgrade. I will deal with your associate later.
And again, she says with a small, weary smile, I did not assist him in getting that flute, I promise. I had no idea he had it.
Oh no, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
We understand each
Sounds-
other. And I must say, if she looks around with interest, you ever want to say test your security measures, I'd be glad to volunteer.
I mean, if you're not afraid to get killed multiple times.
As if I don't do that already. After all, you know my father, and I'm pretty sure he's told you what I've gone into so far. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think your father would approve. So,
Oh, he doesn't
The
really
Phoe-
know. Not like I tell him anything anyway.
Phoenix has already
rolls her eyes.
escaped, by the way.
yeah, he's probably long gone by now.
No, I said the Phoenix has already escaped, by the way.
Oh god. God dang it. He got out again. Okay. I really need to go and get that thing back in its pen where it belongs.
Yes.
So,
Yes, of course. So sorry for bothering you, she said, and then she pauses real quick and she goes, if by chance, if I may ask a favor, you happen to talk to my father, let him know that I'm doing okay and that he needs to take care of himself. Okay, bye. And she just awkwardly walks away.
sure. Alrighty.
Alright, well, that's Sylvester.
yeah, that's Sylvester, everybody. She's gonna go lock up that Phoenix again.
So,
Real time.
Ninja, you find Burton actually waiting for you at the exit.
Isabel kind of walks out and she throws her hand out. She goes, oh, my own escort. How kind of you.
His eyebrow twitches and he says, I will make you a deal. If you never tell anyone about what just transpired, I will allow you to keep the memories you obtain.
Oh, I mean the fact that and Phoenix thought you were with her egg. She just says with a cheeky grin and
His
bats her eyelashes.
his eyebrow twitches again. Yes.
She snickers and then she waves a hand. She goes, I only jest. I'm just pulling your feathers, dear. I promise I won't tell anybody. Because to be fair, she looks around in awe of the entire forge. I'd rather not share this lovely place with anybody else.
It's very good
At
for
least for
hiding
now.
secrets, isn't it? He agrees.
Indeed.
As long as the guards don't actually notice you, because they're quite trained and very deadly.
As if I would sneak here willingly, but the fact that I at least know of this place makes it that much special. And the fact that you allow me to keep the memory, I am very grateful for, including your other one. But don't fret, I will not tell anybody this time about what I just saw.
You better not, because and you see him reach up and he actually pulls his hood down. And as he does so, you realize he has two horns coming out of his head.
Isabel's eyes widen for a minute, and then she just smiles. She goes, "You would trust me this much to actually show your face to me in full view?"
He rubs his temple and says, don't make me regret this, Jezebel.
No, I'm grateful, dear. The fact that you would trust me this much means you really do see me as a friend. Oh, I'm so grateful.
Shut up, Jezebel.
She's lightly teasing, but she is also being honest, by the way. She actually is quite honored that he would actually trust her this much.
He's both exasperated and embarrassed.
Ah, see, you are adorable. She just smiles and then she reaches out, but not to hug him. She actually reaches out, grabs his hood, and puts it back on his head. All the while giving a very fond smile. And then takes a step back.
Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't see them when you walked in on me naked.
She puts her hands on her hips. She goes, "Would you have noticed anything like that if you walked in on me naked, dear?"
He thinks for a moment and then he says, "You've always got your horns on display."
Your room was quite dark, to be fair. And I was more in awe of the fact that you look so vulnerable when you sleep. It was absolutely adorable.
Enough, Jezebel! Just go already!
Jezebel just gives a giddy laugh as she waves her hand at him and then starts to tread back to back to the city.
Shoo!
Love you too, dear.
So help me, Jezebel, one of these days. And that's all you hear. You exit the mountain.
Jezebel has a little pep in her step now as she heads back to the city. Looking quite pleased.
So yeah. There's Burton's little secret.
He really thinks of me as a friend. Ah.
Aww.
I would have had art done for it, but I again flew. Also
No worries.
lazy.
Imagination.
but yeah. You finish up with the mountain. What do you do now, Jezebel?
I'm gonna go find the others.
Alright. Well, you find them at Cricket's home.
Jezebel just lightly walks up to the house with a big old smile on her face. Oh.
Alright, you do so.
I'm not sure who's the first to notice.
Well, Ryu's out by the pond. So probably Ryu.
She just walks over past him and then as she ruffles his head, she goes, "Hello, Foxy."
Oh, so you're finally back. I take it everything went well.
Very well, actually. Luckily, Bertrand is just fine.
And your memories?
Intact, actually, she says with a bit of a smile. We had an agreement.
He actually let you off the hook.
Surprisingly, yes.
I'm surprised he'd do that after going through all this trouble.
Oh, he had
A wake-up call?
you can say that, she says with a grin. From a very special being. Who is quite beautiful, by the way, she says with a dreamy sigh. Either way, we had an agreement. Bertrand is just fine. We are still very good friends. And luckily, the Phoenix won't be, well, hopefully will not be an issue. We'll see.
One thing I forgot to do, by the way, just really quickly, is this is something I meant to have Burton say, but forgot to. He did briefly mention that he took things slightly too far this time. Slightly.
Slightly.
Alright, sorry. You may continue now. I forgot to mention that's all I had.
Bertrand does admit that he did make might have slightly overreacted in calling that Phoenix. But like I said, he's been reprimanded by the proper authority. She uses that word kind of carefully. And we made an agreement. So I managed to keep my memories, and he's perfectly fine.
So he's not going to he's not going to come after us with a giant goose again later.
For now, no. In the future, I guess we'll see. She says with a smile and starts heading inside to the house.
In the future.
Yeah, now you know why Burton reacted so strongly to you seeing him naked. He thought you'd seen his horns. But yeah, as you walk in... Go on.
Well, that I will definitely keep a secret, because in the spirit of friendship,
Yeah.
she will at least not tell anybody that. She promises.
Now, before you do anything else, as you step in through the front door, Cicada is wearing a new outfit.
Yeah. New anniversary art.
New outfit.
Also placing a vase with a blue flower in it on the dinner table.
Oh, just while she looks a bit surprised and all. And she goes, she goes, "Oh, dear Cicada, what are you wearing?"
Hey, Jezebel. Glad to see you back. This was made by Cricket as a gift.
Oh, that's so sweet. You look really good in it.
She's blushing. Thanks.
Hmm.
So,
Just
how was your talk with Burton?
better than I expected.
Oh,
Much better.
That's good to hear.
Managed to keep my memories and an agreement
All
that we
right.
had. And I actually met the god Sylvester.
Wait, you met a god?
Surprisingly, yes.
Wow.
While Clara is working with food, she says, "Well, oh, her? I've seen her before. It was when we were working on stone things and you were stuck in another dimension, though. So you probably didn't see her."
I saw her this time. She wasn't exactly very happy that someone used her phoenix. Or that the phoenix got out.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah, apparently the phoenix is hers.
huh.
So I managed to run into her as we went into the volcano.
Well, that was lucky.
And
Also-
she was actually quite lovely.
Also, the volcano has stopped spewing smoke.
Also a good thing.
So he did slightly get reprimanded by her. So Bertrand knows to be a bit more careful the next time we have one of our games.
Burton is kind of terrifying, just so you know.
Oh, I know, dear. There's a reason why he's my contact.
Remind me not to get on his bad side.
Yeah, please. Yes, please don't. I'd hate to have to fight another goose.
A giant goose, for that matter.
He does apologize, by the way. He did think that he might have slightly overreacted a little bit to this. So he
Slightly?
is
Slightly.
Jezebel shrugs. He did say he
How-
was sorry.
Okay.
How much of a panic did he cause in Lundruk after that stunt with that stunt of his?
And all of it. He caused all of a panic.
Exactly.
I know, dears. But he does apologize, and like I said, he did get reprimanded by the god herself. And knows to be more careful next time.
All right.
Because you know not to have it next time.
Jezebel just kind of gives a smirk to Crack. She goes, "You want me to answer that?"
Moving on.
I was gonna
I missed
ask.
that tidbit. Wait, did you say? Sorry, I missed that tidbit. Oh well, I can listen to it later.
Cicada?
Uh, I was gonna ask him about our previous client with that whole job back in the mountains with the Mad Hopper and all that.
Yeah, you forgot about that one, didn't you, Jezebel?
Oh well.
Ah, I was a little too awestruck. I forgot. Jezebel says, and then she grins to Ryu. Hey, Foxy, can you do me a favor?
What favor?
You mind sending a sending to Deep Return for me?
What do you want?
About the job we did.
That we finished that whole weird creatures.
You need to get paid for going to the snowy mountains.
Yeah. It's
Just,
like we don't really need the money right away. It's just
give him a heads up that we finished it, and if you could just maybe send the payment to, or send a notification to the Thieves Guild here, then I could pick it up there.
You didn't think to let Bertrand and know we had a job finished off while you were still talking to him?
It's a little distracted, dear. After all, it's not very often well, to be fair, that I've ever seen a god as lovely as dear Sylvester. So I was slightly distracted.
I'm
I mean
sure you
anybody would
were.
be distracted when faced with a literal god.
To be fair, I am the daughter of one, but it's not every often that I see one that's a literal, like, a looker, I guess you could say.
Especially someone who doesn't like to intervene as much.
Yep. So one that I had not, that's rarely appears. So it's like I had to, like, soak it all in.
Yeah.
All right, so remind me again, what exactly was the job?
You guys went and
Mad Hopper.
yeah, this was the job.
It was
Was
to destroy some strange monsters.
Yep. Does that Bertrand know that we did the job about the monsters? That way he can let the Thieves Guild know, and then we can get the payment later on.
All right then. Hmm. He brings his fingers up to his temple and says, and thinks of Bertrand and says, "By the way, Jezebel, forgot to tell you we took care of those strange monsters up north. Was it north?
It was north, yeah.
Yes.
We took care of the monsters up north."
You get a response, and it's just, very well, I will have the payment sent to you.
And 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 the and they'll have the money ready.
Okay.
Thank you, Foxy.
Yeah, anyways, while you were gone, uh we got sucked into this strange dungeon with a lot of doors in it, and I got this flower out of it.
A flower.
Yeah. I imagine it's that same blue flower that was in Mayhem. If you remember the awakened one. But this one isn't awakened, it's just a flower.
Hmm. Jezebel kind of looks at it. She goes, "It is lovely, but it's just smart to keep it."
Well, I
Wait,
have been told that if we gift it to one of the gods, we will get a favor from them. I think.
Did they specify which god?
I don't think they specified.
I did also get a bone necklace from it.
also, what was this about a blue
So,
flower in May? What was this about a blue flower in mayhem?
alright, so Neko ran a dungeon last week because the other week because I needed a break and then I got sick, remember? And in the dungeon, it was stated that if you give the blue flower to the same god that the dungeon was based on, you'd get a reward, aka Allah.
Yeah, Alar. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, but it sounded like. Never mind.
Oh well. Anyways, uh, maybe I should do like a divination and tell Alar about it.
Well, maybe you should save it for another week because Nick is currently moving.
Right. Okay. That explains it.
Just saying.
But for now, it is sitting on the table.
Cricket is staring at the flower.
It's a really pretty flower. I wish I knew what it was called.
He walks over to you, and now he's staring at you.
Eh. I like the clothes.
That is good. He brings out his hand and he cups something between two fingers, and as he does so, a flower that's black but with like, you know how a crow's feathers have like, no, not a crow, a raven's feathers have like the slightest blue sheen to them.
Like a really glossy blue sheen. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got a black flower with a similar sheen, but it's a red gloss.
Ooh.
And he hands it to you.
Aw. Thanks. Gonna put it on her head.
He heads back to the fireplace. That's all he does.
Okay.
Hmm.
Jezebel, you also, I believe, heard about, you know, the whole, I don't remember if you've already reacted yet to learning that Cicadia is Cricket's, adopted daughter.
Yeah. Flora
Wait,
told
so
her.
oh, that's right. You did tell me. You did tell me. So Jezebel is basically just grinning behind Cicada and while like wagging her eyebrows. Oh, she leans in close to Cicada with showing her the grin.
So what?
Getting gifts from the parent, are we?
Oh my gosh.
Embarrassed? It's adorable.
I need to go outside for a moment. Excuse me.
Oh, Cicada, don't run away. It's cute. Fair, Jezebel says with a grin as she puts a hand on her hip. I kind of got that feeling anyway, from how well. And she glances over to Cricket. How much he seemed to want to protect her. So it's not that surprising to me. Doesn't mean I won't stop teasing her about it, though.
So, what do you guys do now?
Yeah. Well, we still need to wait to retrieve payment, so I guess that'll come in like tomorrow at the very least. So we got some free time. Gaten is going to go tend to all of the animals.
So, Flora,
Hmm.
your father, while you guys by this point, by the way, it's about lunchtime, not breakfast.
Okay.
Your father turns to you and says, "Your mother's dead.
Eh?
Well,
It's fine. She'll be back."
Eh?
What?
How? So many questions. How did Mom die?
She fell off a mountain.
In Alaska.
And how exactly is she going to be back?
Regeneration.
So you're saying we just can't die then?
He shrugs.
You learn something new every day as an eldritch abomination.
So
We-
I guess there just takes a long time to become alive again then?
he shrugs and says, "It varies." One time, I believe she got disintegrated because she tried to fly into the sun while drunk. I think it took her around 5,000 years before she managed to get far enough away to fully regenerate.
Right, I forgot that big numbers of years was nothing to you.
He shrugs.
Clara takes the plates over to the table. I'm lunch ready.
Okay.
So, does anyone else have anything they would like to do?
What's Korax and Ryu doing?
Not a lot.
Well, if there's enough downtime, then he'd probably resume training his kitsune magic.
Okay. In that case, Corax, you get a message from your father. And I'll write it down for you actually. So, basically what he says is, "Hi, we're fine. Nobles are dead. I'm now king." I guess.
Oh,
Now, not not.
okay.
Yeah.
Just, a matter of fact thing. Like, it is your father.
Yeah. Korax hears that. staggers over to the table, collapses in a chair, just folds over, forehead straight down into the table. Like, oh my.
Are you okay?
I got a message from my. I just got a message from my father.
Oh,
What did it say?
Well, we are now the House LSA is now the royal family on account of being the only nobles left.
Your sword actually speaks up and goes, how's that for worst sword in history? That'll show those other swords. Yeah.
I got out of. I got out. I got out of the Elven capital as fast as I could because I didn't want to be in line for the throne.
Well,
Alex.
congrats.
I imagine that's a lot of responsibility.
You get a follow-up message.
Like herding cats.
While you're complaining, you get a follow-up message, and the message is,
Oh my god.
Because, and that is the actual reply.
pardon? So you replied to the second message, don't...
I replied to the sending.
It means you can't take the throne.
Okay. Good. Okay, so I've been removed from the line. Okay, so they took me out of the line of succession. That's good.
Ah.
Oh my goodness. So, how we need to make sure is Arari survives. Because if she doesn't, then Aegeon's next in line.
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna be honest. If that happens, I might just have to overthrow him.
Ooh.
Don't you have your other sister?
I don't even know where she is at this point. She did, and
Knowing her, she probably left the entire dimension.
probably, yeah.
You know, trying to get away from cultists. Might as well try somewhere completely cultist free. Or potentially cultist free, you know, like another dimension.
No, there is no such dimension.
Yeah, well, A for effort.
A
Yeah.
for effort, yeah.
A for effort.
Clara goes over to Cricket. She's like, "Hey, Cricket. Since apparently my mom died, but our kind doesn't die, is it possible for you to put what's left of her in a safe location instead of just leaving her at the bottom of a mountain? Apparently."
He pauses for a moment, and then he lifts a hand, and then he pauses again and glances towards Cicada. And then he goes, "Yes, I will put her in your room." And there's the sound of a loud thud from upstairs.
Okay. I guess that works.
Those of you with 2 working brain cells would get the impression he was about to just teleport her body right into the middle of a living room while you guys were having lunch.
Oh god. That would have been not great.
I mean, he did not do it, so, you know.
For Cicada's sake.
So Clara finishes eating and then she goes upstairs to inspect the damage.
You find a a body with like basically all their arms and limbs bent in many different ways, and like there's just like a pile of snow as well. It's slowly melting. It's a pretty gruesome sight, is what I'm saying.
Like, these
Okay.
bones shouldn't be twisted in this manner.
Clara takes part of she says, I'll get back to you later, maybe. And then she goes back downstairs.
They'll be fine. Probably.
So, Cricket walks over to you, Cicada, and he's staring at you while you eat.
Eh. You, do you need something?
He then pauses and says, "Let me know when you have finished eating." And then he walks back.
Okay. Hmm. It doesn't take her long to finish. Unless somebody else has anything else they want to add.
Alright. So you go over to where Cricket is.
Yeah.
He turns to you and then he says, "Would you like to see my home?"
You're home.
He nods.
Huh. She thinks back to that other dimension between dimensions and shudders. Eh, it is it nice?
I have cleaned it up for you, yes.
Hmm.
It wouldn't do to
Kinda
invite
looks
you
over
over.
to the other.
It wouldn't do to invite you over with the place a mess.
Hmm.
That is bad courtesy, I believe you call it.
Hospitality.
That.
She kind of glances over to everybody else in the room, a little concerned. I'm not sure if anybody else was listening in and wants to comment.
Clara recently came down from the stairs.
I'm gonna say that's, nope. No one comments.
No one comments. Okay. Uh, she turns back to Cricket. I guess I can give it a look.
He offers you a hand.
Okay. She takes it.
He then pulls you towards the fireplace.
What?
And and you two vanish quite literally into the fire.
There's some Harry Potter stuff right here.
You arrive in a simple bedroom. It's got a large king size bed. There's, chest of drawers, a window overlooking darkness. Uh, there's a lush deep red carpet that looks to be made from some sort of like mimkey, or it's really soft on your talons.
nice here, actually. So this is your home.
Yes. What do you do?
Yeah, she's gonna look around a little bit and inspect the room a little bit more, and then decides to look out the window.
You'll also notice that there's no door.
Huh.
There is a fireplace though, like so you know. But yeah, you step over to the window and it's just black out there. It's almost like it's like go on.
Even with dark vision, it's just nothing.
Yep, it's black.
Hmm. Reminds me of that vision I had. This is this another world where your brother destroyed everything?
It is a world between worlds, similar to the one you visited, but this one is mine.
Oh,
What you are
the
look
void.
what you are looking at is what else is in between the worlds.
Hmm.
This, the void, as you called it.
Oh.
He walks over and looks out the window with you.
She's gonna stop looking out the window because it's a little bit eh.
If you would like,
See anything out there?
he lifts a hand and then says, "Here." And you see the landscape change to be, I don't know, some lush fields with some mountains in the distance.
I imagine this is just illusion magic.
It looks pretty real from where you're standing.
Huh?
Like it looks like you're looking out on any normal landscape through a window.
Huh. Cool.
Is this more to your liking?
Yeah. This is a nice place you have here. I didn't realize you had the power to teleport through fireplaces.
The realm between realms. The places that the gods cannot touch. That is where our domain is.
Hmm.
And it is this domain which we are able to influence.
Really? So everything out there is real.
It is now, as I have made it real.
You're basically a god of this place.
He moves over to the window and he pulls it open, allowing you to step out onto the fresh grass.
Ooh.
If you wish to, that is.
Uh, she actually does so, but she doesn't go very far. She just kind of takes it all in.
This is what my brother wants.
What, all of this?
Cricket lifts his hand up again, and the beautiful grassy landscape vanishes, and you're left standing in darkness. Like the only thing you can see is the window and the room that you just walked out of.
She goes back through the window.
He follows you. And then he motions to the darkness. This.
I would ask why, but I don't think there's an answer for that.
Control.
Right.
He makes the landscape the grassy one again, and then he motions to it and says, "This is our domain."
So he wants to expand his domain, is what you're telling me.
Cricket nods.
To encompass pretty much the entire universe.
Cricket nods.
That's... I don't like that. I don't think anybody else would like it either.
He places a hand on your head and looks out and he says, "I disagreed with his actions as well. That is why I've been collecting these stones."
Okay.
Among other reasons, but primarily for the assurance that we will be of equal power.
Do you think he'll appear again?
When the cracks become too great and the fractures turn.
He looks back out the window again. Right. We'll make sure he doesn't get what he wants. Right?
Cricket takes his hand off Cicada's head and moves over to a wall, and a door appears, and he opens it, and it reveals a hallway. He turns back towards you and then says, "Would you like to see the rest of my place?"
He nods. Sure.
He takes you through the hallway, and you're able to see, like, a room that's been set aside for you. You know, a room that's been set aside for everyone, really. Like, there's a little workshop which he's set up for Charlotte. Like, there's a large library, and he even takes you deeper, and you see it opens up into a forest with plants and huts and a little river that snakes down it. Almost like a certain fox's village. Even further down, there's a large, ornately decorated dining room, similar to the one that Jezebel's family. There's a room filled with musical equipment.
I imagine that a lot of this is mostly based on Cicada's memory. So, and she has a pretty damn good memory.
Sure.
Like, same dining table at Jezebel's place. A kitchen similar to the one at the Adventurers Guild where Clora's mom lives.
Yeah. Though there are things that you personally don't recognize. Things that Cricket has. For example, there's a large section which is just underwater ruins that you can see where the water ends. Like there's like a wall of water and you can see it through the water, almost like what you'd see in an aquarium.
What?
And there's fish and mermaids swimming around in there.
The ocean. What?
And as he brings you to the end of the hallway, you find a set of stairs that descend into darkness. No, ascend, sorry. They rise up, but the higher they get, the less you can make them out. Until there's nothing but just darkness.
What's up here?
Cricket looks up and just says, "That leads to my brother's domain."
Oh.
We are connected.
Is he up there right now?
Sleeping, yes.
Oh. Okay. Maybe we shouldn't disturb him then.
Cricket nods. That is the tour. Shall I return you to your domain?
Yeah, I don't want everybody to worry about us going missing.
He nods and you head back to the initial room with the fireplace and he offers you a hand.
Okay, I take it.
Once more you pull through the fire and you appear back in the living room, and it has been maybe 10 seconds.
Time is weird in other dimensions.
Yeah, you arrive back.
Hey, Jezebel, I'm back.
That took some time.
Wait, how long was I gone?
Did you ask that?
Yeah, I do ask that.
Jezebel just shrugs. She goes, I don't know. And then she pulls into her hug. I just know it's been a while since I hugged you.
Ah. Well, Cricket decided to show me his domain in the world between worlds. There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
Jezebel kind of frowns. She goes, it's not like the hellhole we were put in before, is it?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Okay, good. Very good.
It's like normal. But there's also like this room where it's all an ocean, and there's a big library, and a lot of stuff that I've seen during our adventures is in there from my memories.
Hmm.
And Cricket can just change things around on a whim because it's his domain.
Jezebel's room, for reference, was filled with all these dragon-themed things. Like the bed was dragon-themed, and like the chest of drawers had dragon things, and there was a large poster of a silver dragon. Steel dragon, sorry, not silver.
Also, I have a question real quick. Yeah. The dragon parts we got from the Mad Doctor. Has anybody come to pick those up yet, or are those also still in my room?
They're still in your room.
There's somewhere. Okay, still waiting.
But yeah, just letting you know what Jezebel's room was, Cicada.
Yeah. He even made rooms for all of you guys.
Laura touched her head. It's like, really?
Yeah.
What are they? And then she looks in front of her. She's like, no fair. I wasn't paying attention.
Wait, how long was I gone?
You left just barely?
Huh. Time is weird in that other dimension, I guess.
I should make note that there was one notable exception to the personalized rooms. Thorax. You didn't get one.
Yeah, I noticed. It's out of character. Here's the thing: out of character, I'm open to I'm open to Korax being won over. In character, hasn't happened yet.
That's fine. I figured I should mention that there is one exception to everyone has a room.
Except Cora.
Yeah.
Anyway, you may continue, Cicada.
And there was also this spiral staircase leading up to his brother's room.
It wasn't spiral. Like, you were standing at the bottom of the stairs and looking up.
There's like this big staircase leading up to darkness. Yeah. We didn't go up there.
Like so. Yeah. What do you do now?
I'm not sure if anybody else would like to comment on this whole thing.
Well, Clara wants to ask you more questions, but she's currently playing a game against her mini self and losing.
Oh. Where is Mini Me anyway? Right. Oh, there you are.
So, what do you do then, Cicada? Jezebel?
I'm sorry, I'm a tiny bit distracted because someone keeps texting me. I kind of tuned out what happened.
She was just explaining about all the different rooms, except Korax doesn't have a room. Probably because she's the only one here who hasn't made a pact with Cricket.
Your room was dragon themed. You had a steel dragon poster.
Right. I remember that, which Jezebel is proud of. She is not ashamed whatsoever.
There was
but
also this ascending staircase leading up to darkness that led to Cricket's brother's domain that we didn't go up for obvious reasons.
Why is that in this house?
No, I'm pretty sure it's in another dimension, not in this house.
But there is ascending staircase leading to it though in the house. Is that what I'm getting at?
Not in this house. Cricket took Cicada to his home. Not this house, his home dimension. And in that dimension, there is a staircase that leads to his brother's dimension.
Why does he have that in there?
Because he is his brother. And they're connected. That's what he said.
Isabel looks kind of thoughtful for a second, but doesn't comment.
Wait, does that mean if we destroy his brother, we would destroy him as well?
Isabel glares at Clover now.
I don't think. Hmm. I don't think that's what Cricket is planning to do. If that's the case.
Isabel
Would-
still looks thoughtful, and she says, "Did they say how they're connected?"
I didn't ask.
Just for
So you don't know.
reference, Cricket is still in the room and he can hear you. He's just not responding. I just wanted to make that clear. You may continue
Oh, I
now,
know.
Jezebel.
No, I know. I'm still asking.
Continue.
No, I haven't asked, and I don't think he wants to answer that.
She just kind of glances over to him for a second. She goes, "All right then."
But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Weird. It feels like I've only been in there for like several minutes to half an hour.
You were in there for about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, but only 10 seconds passed in this for everyone else.
Weird. Okay. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go see if I can't contact Alar at some point. Not this session. Next session.
So you're heading out.
Yeah, I'm heading out.
Okay. You step outside, and as you head out, Cricket turns and he lifts up a hand. The entire place becomes soundproof. Cicada, you cannot hear what is about to be said.
Oh boy. Okay.
He looks to Jezebel.
Isabel kind of glances to him back, seeing that he's looking at it. He goes, "Yes, dear."
I would appreciate you not asking questions like that of Cicada. I
Oh,
do not wish to worry her.
Jezebel kind of narrows her eyes. She seems to almost have a look of like curiosity and understanding, and she goes, "Care to share why?"
Once my brother is defeated, I will not be in this world either.
Isabel's
will be-
eyes basically light up in clarity.
It is not that I will be dying, per se, but my interaction with this world will end the day my brother's does.
Is this like a necessity or
It is necessary.
okay?
My brother and I are connected.
So once you deal with your brother, you can keep your brother from interacting here by also leaving.
He nods.
Okay.
I only
is nice.
exist. I only exist. Blah 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 blah. I only exist when the world is born dead. If my brother never kills the world, then I am never born.
Isabel looks thoughtful. She goes, then answer me one quick question. If we manage to stop your brother, our memories of you that we have, will they remain?
They will.
All right, then. I had a feeling as much, which is why she glanced over to Clara. I did not want to ask more questions to worry Cicada.
Sorry.
But yes, I would appreciate you not concerning Cicada with such matters.
Isabel puts a hand to her chest with a smile. You can trust me, dear. After all, I don't like Cicada to be upset. Although I did have a suspicion anyway, and I was going to ask you later, so thank you for clarifying and confirming my suspicions.
He gives a nod and turns back to the fire.
Clara pauses for a moment. She looks at Jezebel and is like, what were we talking about again?
Oh, nothing, dear. She just gives a wave of her hand with a smile. She goes, nothing really to worry about. Not
Okay.
for the moment.
Alright, well, he removes the sound barrier. So, and the door wasn't locked, so, you know, that's all he does.
Jezebel? Is she
Hmm?
cheating?
What?
No, she's...
Wait, who you
Clark's
ask?
still losing. Clara is asking Jezebel if her little self is cheating because she's still losing to her.
How can I tell? Can I tell?
She's not.
Jezebel just glances down. She goes, no, not that I can see.
Okay.
A game of wits against yourself. Now that's interesting. Jezebel says with a shrug and then starts to head upstairs to go freshen up a little bit.
So, is there anything anyone else would like to do before we wrap this session up?
Does Jezebel pass by Clara's room on her way to her room?
Jezebel's room is right next to yours. But I believe Jezebel made a pact before you. So her room would be right next to Cicada's and then also right next to yours.
Okay. Clara didn't shut her door in case she sees what's inside.
Probably doesn't smell that good either.
So I take it it'd be pretty obvious, so I'd be able to smell it.
Sure.
Smells like roadkill.
All right, Jezebel pauses for a second, making a face while grabbing her nose, and just glances quickly into the room. What do I see again?
You see the crumpled up body of Laura's mother.
She just grimaces and just slowly walks away.
Yeah.
She's just gonna try to forget what she just saw, heads into her room and slams the door,
No one wants to see that.
and tries
So-
to scrub the damn image from her head.
So, is there anything else anyone would like to do?
I think that just leaves Korax and Ryu.
Didn't I spaced out for a good chunk of past half hour, so just assume while everyone else was doing their thing, Ryu was outside training his kitsune magic.
Borax, is there anything you would like to do?
Doesn't seem to be, no.
Alright. Then with that, we will wrap this session up here. Thank you all for tuning in. See you all next week. Bye bye.
Goodbye.